Good afternoon, VANIKIAS. We will discuss science and technology MCQs. And first, first question: consider the following statements regarding anthrax. Okay, following statements regarding anthrax. Anthrax, also known as Cold-Shutter's disease, is a zoonotic disease. It is primarily a disease of herbivores, with both domestic and wild animals being affected by it. Host animals shed the bacteria into the ground, which sporulates when exposed to the air. Which of the following statements are correct regarding anthrax? It is called as wool-shutter's disease. Wool-shutter's disease, and it is zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease means those diseases which are being transferred from the animals to a particular species. Okay, it is primarily a disease of herbivores, with both domestic and wild animals being affected by it. Host animals shed the bacteria into ground, which sporulates when exposed to the air. So, which of the following statements are right? Here, yes, it is primary disease of herbivores. Herbivores means those animals who feed on natural, right? Vegetarians, right? Those only veg, does not eat meat. Both domestic and wild animals, and they shed the bacteria into the ground. All the statements are correct regarding anthrax. Next question. Consider the following statements. Second is also regarding anthrax. The files, the files, the flies also have a significant role in explosive outbreaks of this disease. People with cuts or scraps in the skin get infected with anthrax. One way to prevent the disease by vaccination of livestock so that the disease cannot spread. So here also it is. Here also all the statements are correct. Flies also they play significant role and they cause outbreaks. Flies like mosquitoes, right? And scrapes and cuts. If you have scrapes and cuts on the body, then there is possibility that it will be infected by anthrax because such type of disease are spread by flies. One way is vaccination, right? One is the best thing is vaccination. Okay, and when they enter to the body, then it may enter to the body by contaminated food also. Contaminated food, water, water also, contaminated food or water. It may also spread to the body. Okay, and penicillin antibiotic is used also. Penicillin antibiotic. Antibiotic is used for states of anthrax. Consider the following statements regarding cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria. Consider the following statements regarding cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are microscopic organisms found only in water. Sometimes microscopic organisms found only in water. Cyanobacteria is microscopic, and sometimes in soil. Not all cyanobacteria produce toxins. Climate change and increasing global temperature leading to cyanobacteria blooms. Which the following statements are correct? Yes, it is. It is microorganisms found in water, sometimes in soil. This is right. Not all cyanobacteria. When there is not all, then chances that is right. When all, if it is written that all cyanobacteria are produce toxins, then it is wrong. So obviously not all means it is probability that it will be right. Climate change and increasing global temperature is leading to cyanobacteria blooms. Increasing global temperature and climate change, that is cyanobacteria blooms, that is increasing, that will lead to biological oxygen deficiency, right? BOD in water bodies. That means because when these cyanobacteria they die, then they decompose, they use huge amount of dissolved oxygen, that led to water, that led to BOD in water, that is lack of oxygen, lack of oxygen in water. The that's why the aquatic species they die. Okay, next. This is regarding cyanobacteria. Apollo 11 mission. What is Apollo 11 mission? It is the to explore the dark side of the moon. Fast man mission to the moon. No, fast man mission is Apollo 1, so it is not fast man mission. Okay. Apollo 11, yes. Just a second. Sorry. Yes. Electrodynamics of the moon, interaction with the sun, explore the dark side of the moon, fast man. No, this is, yes, it is fast man mission to the moon. So second is wrong, third is wrong, and also D is wrong. So this is fast man mission to moon, that is Apollo 11. Why it is it was in news? Because it almost it is 50 years of its launch by it was launched by NASA, right? Around 52 years ago, 52 years ago in 1969 it was launched. Apollo 11 was launched in 1969. So that is the first mission to the moon, Apollo 11. Consider the following statements. Asteroids are rocky objects of smaller than planets orbit around the sun. Question is regarding asteroids. And asteroids are formed after millions of years after the formation of planets and other objects in the solar system. Oceanic rays formed after asteroids are formed after millions of years after the formation of planets and other objects in the solar system. Next is Oceanic rays is a European Space Agency and agency's ESA fast mission to return to sample from asteroid. This is wrong. Asteroid, it is found on millions of years, so this is also wrong. It is same at the same time of solar system. Asteroid also developed. First statement is correct. Asteroids are rocky objects smaller than the planets orbit around the sun. These both statements are wrong. So 2 and 3 is the answer. Who has launched? What is this Osiris Rex? Yes, Osiris Rex. It was launched by not launched by European Space Agency. Osiris Rex. It is launched by. It is not by European Space Agency. It is launched by NASA. NASA has launched Osiris Rex. Okay. Next. So asteroids and asteroid Bennu. There is another also asteroid Bennu. It is the first mission that has returned sample from asteroid. Another Osiris Rex. It has moved to search asteroid Bennu. Asteroid Bennu. Asteroid Osiris Rex. It has brought sample from asteroid Bennu. Next is another Japanese mission Hayabusa. Hayabusa was launched in 2014. It was returned in 2020. Hayabusa mission. It was sent to asteroid Ryugu. Asteroid Ryugu. Right. And it returned in 2020 with 10 gram of soil from asteroid Ryugu to understand the composition of soil. Then supercomputing. Next question is, so this is on next question. Supercomputing can play an important role in which of the following fields? It is quantum mechanics or weather forecasting, genomics, oil and gas exploration, drug discovery. Quantum, these are the obviously these are the dynamics in which supercomputing play roles. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Is there any answer? No. So C is the answer. Obviously, C will be the answer because it may also get used in oil and gas exploration, supercomputing. In rest all the cases, for example, quantum mechanics, obviously, to make huge calculations, supercomputer is highly essential. Weather forecasting, it has to analyze the data of last 50 to 60 years or decades of decades. Then only it can say about the upcoming weather. Next is genomics. Genomics, it is related to the gene. Suppose it is genome sequencing, for example, genome sequencing, in which the computer has to analyze the base pair, right? It has to analyze the base pair. Next. Consider the following statements regarding polar satellite launch vehicle. Polar satellite is fast vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. Next question. It is right. In the polar satellite launch vehicle system, all stages of the rocket fall back into the ocean and does not leave any space junk. Third is Chandrayaan 1. Chandrayaan 1 and Mars orbiter spacecraft were launched using PSLV. Yes. PSLV are used in MOS, Mars orbiter spacecraft, and Chandrayaan 1. In both cases, PSLV was used. This is true. Does not leave any space junk. This is wrong. Right? Does not leave any space jump. It is not. It obviously the final stage after launching the satellite there will be space jump because gravitation of Earth, gravity power of Earth is limited. That's why there will be space jump. So fast launch to liquid stages. So 1 and 3 option will be right. Remember fast will come as SLV, that is satellite launch vehicle. Satellite launch vehicle. It is a fast generation launch vehicle. Then second generation launch vehicle is ASL, augmented satellite launch vehicle. Augmented satellite launch vehicle. Okay. This is the second generation vehicle. Then third generation vehicle is PSL. These two are outdated. They are no more in use. Outdated. Then it comes third generation, that is PSLV, that is polar satellite launch vehicle. It has four stages. It has four stages. Four stages, that is solid, then liquid, then solid, then liquid. These four stages, that is polar satellite launch vehicle. Which the following are the benefits of, yes, we can study about GSLV also. GSLV, or what is that is now called LMV3, Launch Vehicle Mark 3, or GSLV MK3. It is geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. Geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. GSLV has a power of around, it can lift 4,000 kg weight to 36, that is the geosynchronous orbit up to 35,790 km. So it is a huge power. Remember it is three stage. GSLV is a three-stage vehicle. Three-stage vehicle means fast it will come solid, then liquid, then cryogenic engine. These three engines are there. Cryogenic engine. Cryogenic means extremely low temperature. Cryogenic engine means extremely low temperature, extremely low temperature, and liquid hydrogen is used in cryogenic engine. Liquid hydrogen is used. Liquid hydrogen is used in cryogenic engine. Next, what is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology, which of the following is the benefits of blockchain technology? Blockchain technology records and validates each and every transaction made. Yes, records and validates each and every transaction made. Then there is no need of any third party or central authority to peer-to-peer transaction. Yes. The transaction made immutable and can prevent from it from hacking. Yes, it is highly secure. Blockchain is highly secure. It is immune to any hacking. Almost immune to any hacking. There is no central authority. That's why it is called a decentralized system. No central authority. That means, like for example, to manage money, there is RBI. To manage cryptocurrency, there is no central authority. So there is no need of any. So there is no central authority. Right? That is also right. It records and validates each, and that's why it is secure. records and validate each and every transaction bed. That's why it is secure, decentralized. It is based on the technology that is called as distributed ledger technology. Distributed means it is not decentralized. Distributed ledger technology. Ledger technology. It is blockchain technology. What are the following statements regarding deficiency of vitamin D in human body? Vitamin D deficiency is often associated with rickets. Vitamin D. Next is in absence of vitamin D, skeletal muscle starved of energy, decreasing of muscle mass. That is what we call as rickets. Skeletal muscle is starved of energy. Right. It leads to softening of bones and results in skeletal deformities. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, all the statements are right. Softening of bones leads to skeletal deformities. That is lack of vitamin D. Metamaterial sometimes in the news is an object that gains its electrical properties from metamaterial. From where it gets its electrical, the change of phase, constituent materials, or uh, temperature or internal microstructure. Metamaterial, it is, yes, it is by internal microstructure. So it gains the electrical properties from the structure itself, from the internal microstructure that is created by the materials. So that is called as metamaterial. So D is the answer. What are the following statements regarding Li-Fi technology? Li-Fi technology. Li-Fi is a wireless technology that makes use of high frequency radio waves. High frequency radio waves to transmit data at terabytes per second speeds. Li-Fi can work underwater where Wi-Fi fails completely. Use of high frequency radio waves that transmit data is. So Li-Fi it is especially it is used in case of, for example, in submarines it is used. Okay. So it is wireless technology that use of high frequency radio waves transmit data terabytes per second speeds. Yes, it is right. It can work underwater where Wi-Fi fails completely. This is right. So for navigational operation it is used. So both those statements are correct with respect to Li-Fi technology. High frequency radio waves. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding Kala Azar. Kala Azar is a bacterial disease spread by sandfly bites. Kala is a bacterial disease spread by sandfly bites. The disease is linked to malnutrition, population displacement, poor housing, and weak immune system. Recently, WHO has declared India has eliminated Kala Azar. So, which of the following statements are correct? So, it is linked to malnutrition, population displacement, poor housing, and weak immune system. This is right. Kala Azar is linked to that. Right. Yes. Next is Kala Azar is a bacterial disease spread by sandfly. No, it is a protozoan parasitic disease. Protozoan parasitic disease. Protozoan parasitic disease. Okay. WHO declared India has three eliminated Kala Azar. No, in West Bengal, which in around many districts in West Bengal, they are reported black overall Kala Azar. So it is not eliminated. It is not a bacterial disease; it's a parasitical disease. So two only option is the right answer. So answer is C. Consider the following statements regarding randomized control trial. Randomized control trial are prospective studies that measure the effectiveness of a new intervention or treatment. Effectiveness of a new intervention or treatment. Examples of RCTs are clinical trials that compare the effects of randomized control prospective studies, the measurable effectiveness of new treatment, new intervention and treatment. That is randomized control trials. That is RCT. Examples of RCT are clinical trials that compare the effects of drugs and surgical techniques. Randomized control trials are used to understand whether free grain distribution scheme help improve the nutrition levels among the people of living in a district. So, which of the following are right regarding randomized control trial? Yes, it is right. First statement is right. New invention. Examples is that effects of drug and surgical techniques. You can check it by random inspection. It is used whether free and distribution scheme help the improvement nutrition level or not. That is randomized control trial. D is the answer. Consider following statements regarding non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible token. Last year they have asked about non-fungible token in UPSC also. A non-fungible token is an interchangeable unit of data. NFT works on blockchain. It is right. Anything that can be converted to digital form can be an NFT. So which of the following statements are correct? See, which of the following statements are correct? And a non-fungible token, yes. A non-fungible token is an interchangeable unit of data. No, it is not interchangeable. It is non-interchangeable. It is non-interchangeable. You cannot interchange. You can convert it once only. Interchange. Anything can be converted to digital form can be NFT. Yes. For example, selfies, for example, games, music, videos, photos, all these are NFTs. Photos, videos, right? Then games. These are all NFT and the based on blockchain technology, right? They can be converted anything that can be converted to digital form can be NFT. So two and three options will be right. Then non-fungible tokens are cryptographic assets of a blockchain with a unique identification code that distinguish from each other. Yes, this is right. It is easily to distinguish. NFT they distinguish each other. They have from cryptography or blockchain, so that another person cannot copy paste it. NFT can be used to represent individuals' identities and property rights. They are similar to tokens like cryptocurrencies. Which of the following statements are correct? They are similar to tokens like cryptocurrencies. First statement is considered wrong. Third is wrong because cryptocurrencies are fungible token, and they are NFT. So they are not similar. So one and two options are right. What are the following statements are bioremediation techniques? Bioremediation is the use of living microorganisms to degrade environmental contaminants into less toxic forms. Yes, living microorganisms are used. Living microorganisms are used to environmental, yes, to convert the environmental contaminants into less technique toxic form. That is what we call as bioremediation. What are the advantages of bioremediation is that it is effective in all environmental conditions. All environmental conditions. See, whenever there is sewage, that there is the what all, then there the chances that it will be wrong. It cannot happen in certain cases. So you cannot say that this will work everywhere. Only those areas where microbial growth are possible, then this bioremediation can happen. Next is genetic engineering can be used to create microorganisms specifically designed for bioremediation. Yes, this may happen. Can be used. Genetic engineering can be used. Microorganism that will damage the, yes, specifically designed for bioremediation that will damage the toxic forms. So one and three options will be the right options. Consider the following statements regarding West Nile virus. West Nile virus, it is the West Nile virus is a mosquito-borne RNA virus. It is flavivirus related to virus that has caused Japanese encephalopathy. It is in yellow fever. Just a second. Sorry. Yes. First, what is Marburg virus? There is no vaccine Marburg virus. Marburg virus disease. There is no vaccines or antiviral treatments for this disease. These diseases are clinically similar to hemorrhoid and is spread symptoms and progression, although it is caused by different virus. Marburg can cause several hemorrhagic fever and interferes in the body's ability to clot. Which the following statements are correct regarding Marburg virus? See, there is no treatment. Obviously, there is no treatment. This is clinically similar to Ebola and spread, and Marburg severe hemorrhagic fever interfere in the body's ability to clot. Clot means the stoppage of blood after a wound. That is called as clot. So it is become difficult in Marburg virus. Consider the following statements regarding the phenomenon gravitational lensing. What do you mean by gravitational lensing? A gravitational lensing occur when a huge amount of matter like a cluster of galaxies create a gravitational field, distorts the magnify the light of distant galaxies that are being. But in it, yes, just a second. Yes, what is West Nile virus? The West Nile virus is mosquito-borne RNA virus. The it is flavivirus related to virus that cause Japanese encephalitis and yellow fever. Birds are the reservoir host of the virus. Which of the two are right so far as the West Nile virus is concerned? All the statements are right. In case of West Nile virus, it is maybe the similar to Japanese encephalitis or yellow fever. Birds are reservoir of the virus. West Nile virus is mosquito-borne RNA virus. So all the statements are right with respect to West Nile virus. Consider the following statements regarding phenomena of gravitational lensing. A gravitational lens can occur with a huge amount of matter, like a cluster of galaxies creates a universal gravitational field that distorts and magnifies the light from distant galaxies and behind it, but in the same line of sight. Gravitational lenses are like natural cosmic telescopes. Gravitational lensing is opposite to the ancient theory of relativity. More massive the project, the stronger is the gravitational field. Which of the following statements are correct? Simply by logic, this is wrong because this cannot be against the theory of relativity because that will violate the whole principle of physics. So, as 3 is wrong, so 1, 2, 4 will be right. It can occur when a huge amount of water like a cluster of galaxies creates a gravitational field that distorts or magnifies the light from distant galaxies. More the massive object, the stronger the gravitational field. So, this is right. So, 1 to 4 answer will be right. Massive star with masses 10 to 25 times of the sun collapse and sink to form neutron stars. Next, a small number of neutron stars become magnetars and possess intensive magnetic field. There are millions of magnetars being spotted in the Milky Way galaxy. Which of the following statements are correct? Yes. So massive stars with masses 10 to 20 times than sun collapse and sink to form neutron stars. This is right. Very compact object, they collapse to form very compact object, that is called as neutron stars. A small number of neutron stars become magnetars, which collapses intense magnetic field. So this is right. It forms intense magnetic field. There is a million of magnetars being spotted within the Milky Way galaxy. Right. Yes. No, there is no millions of magnetars. There are very few. So this third statement is wrong. 1 and 2 only right. So around 30 neutron stars are there in Milky Way. It's not million. Next, Alzheimer's disease, which is an age-related disease, is the main major cause of dementia. Dementia is a group of symptoms that affect memory and thinking and interfere in daily life. And currently, there is no treatment to reduce the symptoms of dementia. This is how this is possible. Let's say it's a disease, and we have obviously some treatments. So three statements is wrong. So one and two options are right. So far as Alzheimer's disease is concerned, right? It affects the ability to think, memory, right? And so that is the problem. Its effects can be obviously symptoms can be reduced by exercise, walking, वगैरह, listening to music. All these things may reduce. It will reduce the effect of dementia. Consider the following statements regarding gait analysis. What is gait analysis? Gait analysis is a technique of medical care which is evaluate and diagnose condition that affects walking and posture. Gait analysis, walking and posture. Gait analysis techniques can be used in forensic science to expert identify suspects in criminal cases. So, which of the following statements are correct in case of regarding gait analysis? Obviously, gait analysis both are correct because if first statement is correct, second statement is also correct. So both the statements are correct. Medical care, that is, it is used in medical care and forensic cases. If a person is walking, who is that particular person? Whether the person who was walking in a particular style belongs to is that person or not. So it is forensic science. It is used by forensic science. So both the statements are right. Just 2 minutes. Wait 2 minutes. Okay. So next question: hypertension and diabetes are the biggest causes of kidney damage in India. Under the transplantation, human organs, tissues, and organs can be harvested from deceased owners or from living relatives of the recipient. According to the law in India, livers, pancreas, lungs, and kidneys can be harvested from the living donors. Which the following statements are correct with respect to with respect to it, right? So, yes, hypertension and diabetes are the biggest cause of kidney damage. Yes, on the transplantation of human organs, tissues, and organs can be harvested from both living and the dead. According to the law of India, liver, pancreas, lungs, kidney can be harvested from the living donor. So, 1, 2, 3, all the statements are right. Also, the following statements regarding International Liquid Mirror Telescope. Liquid Mirror Telescope. International Liquid Mirror Telescope (ILMT) has been set up in India. International Liquid Mirror Telescope (ILMT) has been set up in India. The telescope will make sky surveys possible and obtain images that can help observe stars, galaxies, supernova explosions, and record the presence of space debris and meteorites. The telescope uses a large spool of mercury placed in a vessel which is spun so fast that it helps in focusing the reflected light. Which of the following statements are correct? All the statements are correct here. Consider the following statements regarding type 1 diabetes. The type 1 diabetes is a chronic condition in which pancreas produces little or no insulin. It is typically appears in adolescence and symptoms include increased thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, and blurred vision. As per recent estimates, India has the highest number of incident and prevalent cases of type 1 diabetes in the world. So, which of the following statements are correct? It is typically occurs in adolescence. Yes, this typically occurs in adolescence and symptoms increase thirst. Thirst will increase, frequent urination will affect fatigue and blurred vision. It may affect the eyes also. In high problem of diabetes, right? In the severe cases, diabetes can damage the both eyes as well. Right? So and also if diabetes occurs, then other diseases that will be other infections, other other wounds. It will be difficult for them it will be difficult to get cure. So this statement is right. Obviously, there is no insulin. This statement is wrong. Type 1 diabetes, no insulin means it is the highest stage of diabetes. The person has to regularly take insulin from the outer sources. So, next is as per recent estimates, India has highest number of incident and prevalent cases